All right, so going to be doing another comic review, another book sent to me by my friend Chris. Thank you as always, brother. Today we're going to be talking about Superman: The Chained. This is volume 2 of Joshua Williamson run. Yes, I am aware. I am very far behind on the Joshua Williams Superman run, but I still like it. And yes, I'm aware of what happens where we are now in the Joshua Williamson Superman run. But hey, it's still a good series. So Joshua Williamson's Superman, I reviewed the first volume, Supercore, not too long ago. And this basically, I guess you could say, wraps up the first major arc and then will lead us into House of Brainiac, which was the first big Superman event that occurred in Williamson's run. Anyway, so to catch everyone up, or rather just to have a quick recap of what had occurred. Essentially, what had happened was Lex is locked up in Strikers, and he's left LexCorp in Clark's care, basically renaming it Supercorp. So him and Mercy are working together to better protect Gotham. At the same time, there's a new pair of villains, Dr. Graft and Farm and Graft. That's it. Yeah. And the two of them look like villains out of, I swear to God, they look like villains out of Ghost in the Shell. And they have a real mad-on to take out Lex Luthor. So Clark is caught in the middle of this, protecting his arch nemesis from new villains that want to hurt Gotham. They were using Parasite and Silver Banshee and even Bizarro against him and Lex. And now we continue that story. Of this new Superman, or should I say, Lex Luthor Revenge Squad. I really enjoy this book. There's a lot of like great Superman moments in here, or great Clark and Lois stuff in here. Like one of my favorite scene in here is after Clark gets wounded by kryptonite by Farm and Graft. Essentially, what happens is that Clark is like healing with solar radiation, and what happens is that since everyone in the middle of Metropolis saw him get hurt, they're sending him letters of "Get well soon, Superman," and Lois is sitting next to him while he's in this coma, reading to him and reading this little letter of this boy who was like, you probably don't remember me, but you saved my dog and then my brother after he got shot in a robbery, and then Lois like breaks down and like has to like get herself together real fast. We're reading another letter. Like, it's a subtle thing of like reminding, she knows what Clark means to the world, but it's still her husband. And it's her trying to like keep from having a panic attack, overseeing her husband once again on the ground. That thing, Superman, superhero couples kind of do, of like, yeah, I understand that like my significant other is out there risking their lives for others, but I'm not useless, and I also understand that they're needed. Isn't that right, Spider-Man writers? Anyway, so that was probably my favorite moment in this comic. But what also happens is that Superman discovers that Lex had locked up someone in here, Sam Stryker, the son of the guy who created Strikers, who has tactical telekinesis like Connor Kent, only to a more powerful extent. And he's called a new villain called the Chained. I have to be honest with you, I thought it was the Master Jailer. Like, before I read this book, I was like, oh, cool, the Master Jailer. He's a cool, like lesser-known Superman villain. That'll be really cool. Nope, it's a new guy who just steals the aesthetic of the Chained. So, I basically was like, oh, cool, it's the Chained. It's the Master Jailer. Nope, it's the Chained, and he's like uber powerful, but he gets taken out real fast. The comic also reintroduces Lex's daughter and his mom, who did start LexCorp. And the moment she shows up, you're like, so she's the one behind it. So she's in on this whole Superman Revenge Squad. Like, you clock it in a heartbeat. Also, I'm one of those people who imagine voices for comic book characters. I could not get the voice of I can't remember the voice actress's name. Wendy Malick, that's it. I couldn't not hear Wendy Malick's voice coming out of Lex's mom's mouth. Like, quite literally, immediately that was the voice I heard, and it was too perfect. So, yeah. I really like the comic, and Joshua Williamson, it needs to be said that Joshua Williamson knows how to make a fight scene. Like, he does some really awesome, he does a really awesome storyline, and he knows how to pace fights. But my problem was, this book kind of, to wrap up this story arc to gear up for House of Brainiac, I really do feel like it was a mad dash to the end. Like, revealing that, Letitia Luthor was the one who helped Farm and Graft, even though she wasn't part of the initial group. Revealing the hidden history of Lex Luthor and his connection to Farm and Graft at the last minute. And also their whole plan gets wrapped up real fast. Their whole evil plan gets wrapped up. So that was my one complaint, and I feel like we could have extended this story more if there wasn't, like, in the middle of nowhere, Clark and a new character, Marilyn Moonlight, get teleported to the Old West. Like, it's a cool scene, and also we get the return of another, like, D-list Superman villain, Terra Man, which was cool, but that whole storyline just is a unique way to get Superman out of the picture without having him back being poisoned by kryptonite again. But at the same time, I'm like, I feel like you just wanted to do a cowboy story, Josh, and you just threw it in the middle of this storyline. So it does kind of like rupture the kinetic flow of the story. Other than that, I liked it. I mean, yeah, it's a mad dash to end this storyline so we can cut to House of Brainiac. But at the same time, I'm still of the mindset that, like, this was still a good story and I want to continue. Yeah, this was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, if you've read, Chris, thank you once again. And other than that, if you've read Superman the Chained, let me know in the comments below what you guys thought of it. Other than that, I'm Mr. Multiverse. I'll see you next time in the Multiverse.